That's a good looking bottle.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What? You're a wizard, Harry?
I just went and saw my kid was on the crew for a play for her school called Puffs. It was honestly, dude, it was fantastic. It was a Harry Potter adjacent play.
Do you know why that's significant?
Why?
Today is International Harry Potter Day.
We didn't even plan that.
Did you not know that?
No.
Oh, I thought that's why you were doing it.
Is that why they had the play this weekend?
Maybe.
That's why, because the school purposefully had the play. It started yesterday.
Gotcha.
We went to the first show.
Okay.
And it's running all weekend. Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Brendan.
This is Two Dudes Wearing Hats. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you go to 2dwh.com. Go to Two Dudes Wearing Hats on Instagram. Like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. But I went and saw my daughter in Puffs. She wasn't in it. She was in the crew. But I went. She's usually in the play. We still went to support the theater, the drama,
the theater.
Yes, for the high school drama department. So like, it was a play about the kids that were Hufflepuffs all throughout all of the Harry Potter movies. So like the stories of the background characters. These are like the loser kids, and they're like running around going, Harry Potter's outside fighting a bunch of like wizards and dragons and all of this shit. And like, while all that's going on, they're running around as like ancillary like characters.
I love that.
Like,
it's like the extra scenes that you
out
missed
on. It was fantastic. They had a kid doing Voldemort, and the kid who played Voldemort did like a voice like this. To be Voldemort. And it was adults were cracking up at this kid doing this voice, and like it was one of those moments where
were they laughing with him or at him?
They were laughing at his character.
Gotcha. The bottle is gone. Next week we'll have something new.
We have Trade Water bourbon whiskey, small batch from Barton, 1792. This is a 45%, 90 proof bourbon whiskey.
Nice. I'm sticking with the Maker's Mark, letting these rocks kind of settle.
It's Friday night. We normally do it on Thursday. We shifted to Friday because I had to go to the play. Actually, that's why we had to move the show, because I actually had to go see opening night.
Okay.
For the first night for the first showing. Went and supported the kids, and it's cool because like we've watched these kids do plays for like 3 years now. Like the group that she's been in drama with, we've watched them grow and do plays and get better and better. So it also is really cool. It's cool to see like a bunch of like little actors like get better at their craft over the years. Like,
that's good.
There's a couple kids that are in her group that are. I mean, my kids got all the potential in the world as well to do that. But it's funny to see like these kids where you're looking at them like they're gonna go do this. There's one particular guy at her school who is in every play. He was the Voldemort character in the play we just watched. That kid's gonna go fucking do something.
Just commits.
He commits. He embodies all of the characters, and he is not afraid to look silly on stage at his age. And as a high school kid, he's very comfortable in the space. Yeah,
that's good. Nice.
So that's.
I've been watching some things. I've been playing some things, and I've been doing some things. There you go. All right, back to you.
What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? I just poured a Maker's. You saw me finish the bottle.
Okay, there we go.
Remember?
So
what I've been. Hang on. Do you really want to know, or was that just bullshit?
You said back to me. That's the way.
That was me joking.
That's the way shows work.
It was a joke because I gave you no fucking answer, and we usually talk about what we're doing, playing, or anyway.
Come on, Gladys.
What do you want to start with? Show?
So,
game?
Show's going to be short for me. You know why show is going to be short for me? I'm going to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Have you started it?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
The whole The whole entire plot of this episode that we planned out is now thrown out the window because this is all.
No, it's not.
I have to know.
Yeah.
Look, first 2 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not. I feel like you would have said something if you loved it.
It's good. It hasn't just consumed me yet. Like, there are shows I remember that one episode in, I could binge a whole season. Sons of Anarchy did that to me. And I'm not even a biker motorcycle guy, but one of the best shows that's ever been on TV. Lost did that to me. And it's not, I'm watching other things too, though. See, I'm trying to like, I got access to all of the Dark Side of the Rings, so I watched and caught up on every Dark Side of the Ring from this season as well. There's been a few good ones there. I just watched the Superstar Billy Graham one today. Very good, sad. It just, I never realized how much Hulk Hogan stole from. I mean, there isn't a part of Hulk Hogan that isn't Superstar Billy Graham. It's unbelievable.
He figured out what worked.
Yeah,
from a bunch of people,
and he only got to really be a transitional champion between Bruno Sammartino and Bob fucking Backlund, who won on an atomic drop with his foot on the. It's just
Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Billy Graham never got the credit he deserved. He never got the shine he deserved. Billy Graham could have been like The Rock.
Well, like Vince,
or The Rock, like the mouth tied to, oh my God, this massive cool athlete.
I think they said it was young Vince that said it, that if 1974 Billy Graham had been around when Hogan, he would have been Hogan.
Yeah.
If he had been around in the 80s, he would have been Hulk Hogan.
I agree.
Yeah. And I think he would have been a better one now that I look at it. But then again, he admitted and was very comfortable and open with how many steroids he did. So that's going to be hard to put over as the say your prayers, eat your vitamins, kids. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, shoot up your ass. Like
put the needle in your butt cheek, kid.
Yeah, like so.
And then eat all the vitamins.
Tony Atlas episode was very good. The Vader episode was very good. This is a good season of Dark Side.
Watch the Tony Atlas episode. Did they recreate the foot?
Dude, they've got him in his current state, like B-roll footage of people feet standing on his face. Like he's doing the foot thing. They go to a shoe store with him. Oh, now this is a good shoe here.
What?
And like, oh yeah, they go to a shoe store with
They go to a shoe store with Tony Atlas?
Because he would buy the shoes for the girls to walk on him with and then give them the shoes. Oh, it's an unbelievable episode because Tony's still alive and Tony is very open and Tony lays down on the floor for B-roll and has this girl standing on his face. He's not even turned left or right. His nose is being crushed and it's just while he's talking about it, you're getting these B-roll shots of Tony Atlas's face getting smushed by a shoe. And yeah, it's pretty interesting.
See, for me, Tony Atlas is still that like, I swear everything. Like he's just a big goofy dude to me.
Oh man, what a great episode! If you get a chance,
grasp him paying money to tell somebody to step on my face.
Yeah, no, he
you gotta step on it now.
He said he was always submissive to women, and he would like hire dominatrixes and stuff like that, but nothing was sexual. It was just.
I mean, that's sexual.
It was the thing for him. Yeah. You got to watch the episode. It's very interesting. It's crazy. Yeah.
Like this is a different conversation, but it doesn't have to be in your pants to be sexual. Like
yeah.
If that's what triggers your papa in your brain, like
your papa.
There you are. Like, you know, the thing that moment you have, where you're like papa, papa. That's what
I can't fight this feeling
anymore.
No. I thought it was the deep inside. Ooga chugga. I thought that's the one you were doing.
Oh no. Oh. You said I can't fight this. That's the wrong lyric.
He says I can't fight this. Yeah, but it starts with.
Oh, it starts. I can't fight this feeling.
Yeah. See, I was taking it from the beginning of the song.
In my head, I heard, I can't fight this feeling.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. So yeah, but I did watch the first 2 episodes of Righteous Gemstones.
It's gonna be crazy if the show ever gets like
I think
flagged on YouTube
for us singing
because of the
stupid
clips
songs.
of me. It's not because we ever like held up a phone and played music or like
Yeah,
illegally used a clip. It's gonna be like the 3 seconds of me going, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Because you know, at one point in your life, it was 2 a.m. and the TV was still on, and it was the commercial for that compilation CD. I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Monster Ballads or Monsters of Rock.
Monsters of Rock or Monster Ballads or
Yeah.
Arena Rock Monsters, some kind of musical monsters was always the theme.
A lot of Warrant, Motley Crue, White Snake.
Yeah, some White Snake, some White Snake and Great White were always kind
White Snake and Great White.
opposite ends of the track list.
But I also I saw I did watch. Okay, I will say I watched the Gemstones. I like it. It's more of a dramedy, maybe.
Did you get to grasp the baby? You got 2 episodes in, so
I got 2 episodes in.
You met Baby Billy. No,
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I'm at the second episode where it kind of drops a cliffhanger on you at the end when the son comes home. But anyway, I think for me, the star of the show, and it might be because of me and watching Modern Family and stuff like that, Adam Devine is fucking hilarious.
Oh, he's incredible. He's incredible.
He might be my favorite.
I think give Judy time.
Yeah.
Judy Gemstone is my favorite character.
She amused me when she put her tacky bra out trying to get some information.
You haven't met Baby Billy yet. Baby Billy is my favorite character.
Okay.
Baby Billy might be the greatest character in television.
Okay.
He might be. So I think you're gonna hit click on the next episode. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hit click and meet Baby Billy.
Okay.
But also outside of him, I think Judy Gemstone might be my favorite. She's my favorite Gemstone sibling because
gotcha.
That irreverent attitude, and you're gonna see. I can't spoil it, but oh my god, have you met her? Have you met BJ yet?
Who's that?
The boyfriend.
Oh, he had a broken nose in the first, or had a nose job in the first episode.
Oh my god, yes,
because he wanted to fit into the family, and
BJ is so good. And Bob in the chat, Bob's a Kelvin fan. Adam
Devine or Devine's character. Yeah,
Kelvin is fantastic.
His odd friend Keith, who has been.
Oh God, I can't wait! I can't wait!
I'd kill myself if you told me to. Like,
Keith is going to take you on a journey. I can't wait for you to see the journey that Keith is one of the characters. Keith is a character on that show. Keef. I'll spoil this part. There's going to be a couple moments where people mispronounce his name.
Okay.
His name's Keith.
Yes.
And
I already had to accidentally see his balls while he was spotting what's his name doing.
Oh, you got to be ready to look at Rod, dude. You're going to see you're going to be gazing upon all kinds of hot dogs throughout the course of the show.
You know what show's not going to have hot dogs? Oh, wait, it might.
Great British Bake Off?
No, King of the Hill. They finally released when it's coming back, and it's going to be this summer, and it's coming to Hulu.
So, isn't the guy that played Dale no longer with us?
Yeah, that would be. Oh my God, I know his name.
Dale
Johnny Hardwick. Johnny Hardwick. He, luckily for them, and which is kind of a cool memorial to him, was able to record some lines before he passed away, I found out. So, I mean, I'm sure with what AI is today and stuff like that, they'll be able to recreate it pretty well. I mean, honestly, my glasses, the voice that talks to me, I programmed it to do John Cena. I mean, you can do whatever. So now it's John Cena that says everything in my ears.
You could also have it like in the first episode, like he finally does get taken away by the government.
Yeah.
Like he says a few things, introduce him, and he does like, ugh! And he gets Because they could also like
That was his thing.
By
Dale
the-
is always my character that should have had a spin-off show.
by the rights, they probably could just reuse old lines and
Yeah.
like him being grabbed and thrown and stuff like that. So you could be like, "Oh, you introduced the Dale character, snatch!" Like
Yeah.
now he's actually captured by the government, and you could also at the end of the season, like have a little because throughout the season you could keep the jump back like 3 or 4 times throughout the season
Yeah.
and just show him in like a government holding cell, just like looking in a mirror, going, "Ugh, good," like just make little grunting noises because you've got those, you own those. Those are somewhere in the thing.
Pocket
In, like,
sand.
yeah, like you could make like I think you could make
The
it work.
phrase is there in the can.
And then at the end of the season, have a thing where they get a letter like he's gone, and then have there be a real tribute to the Dale Gribble character, and then you move on. Maybe season 1 of King of the Hill is letting go of Dale Gribble. There you go. Thank you. You're welcome. There you go, Mike Judge. You're welcome.
Maybe. Bobby is gonna be in it again. The other character that has passed, there's 2 other characters that have passed away that you're gonna have you're not a fan or are a fan.
It's okay. It's a probiotic soda. It's got a little bit of tang.
I need something to replace sodas in my life.
I don't drink soda, and I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
this
do
because I
too
wanted
much.
something that wasn't booze to chase the booze. And I'm trying not to drink a lot of sugar, and it only has 2 grams of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, the other 2 characters that sadly will not be there, Luann, Brittany Murphy passed away,
fair.
and her boyfriend and husband. Do you remember who that was?
Gosh. Country singer.
Not country singer,
No, Matthew McConaughey?
classic rock singer. Do you think Tom Petty's a country singer?
Tom Petty. Who's Matthew McConaughey in that?
Oh, McConaughey did a
He's
one-part.
somebody.
He did a 1-part episode where he was, or no, was that Brad Pitt? I think Brad Pitt came in and did a one-off episode where he was Boomhauer's brother.
Did Mike Judge just make friends with everybody throughout the course of Beavis and Butthead and then cash all those favors in?
Let me tell
throughout
you
the
who.
course
Let me
of
tell,
making King of the Hill.
the showrunner, Greg Davis, is who's behind it all. And he's the one who's the showrunner for The Office. And he's the one who he started from King of the Hill, went to The Office,
Okay.
went to Parks and Rec. That guy's got connections to everybody.
So he's
But Mike
kinda-
Judge does, I'm sure, too.
So he's kind of the comedy Greg Berlanti. Greg Berlanti was the person who originally started with the Green Lantern, or no, the Green Arrow TV show Arrow, and then spun off and made The Flash, and then spun off and made Legends of Tomorrow, and then made like Batgirl, and made like 10
Not Greg Davis. Greg.
CW shows based off of that one show that they made on the CW era.
That's not the guy's name. I listen to the Office Ladies podcast, and I should know the showrunner's name. Greg Davis is the guy from Taskmaster. He's the British comedian who's about 7 feet tall, who's hilarious.
Huh.
But I'm losing my mind, so I don't know. I need to have another sip, I guess. So that's what I've been watching. I've been having a fight playing games. I'm trying to find something that I'm really enjoying that hooks me.
Nothing's
because
grabbing me right now. It's
I've
really
trying
hard
to
for
get-
me to pick up a video game and really give like a couple hours to it.
I'm restarting Red Dead Redemption. I'm playing Starfield.
I want to go back. That's where I'm honestly about to go back and start Deathloop. Do you remember Deathloop? Do you remember me talking about Deathloop?
I remember you talking about Deathloop. Give Red Dead Redemption a chance.
Dude, I kind of want to like Deathloop is such a good game. If I wish any game would have been longer in the past like 10 years of me playing video games, it was that one.
Yeah.
The story that's the best. I usually skip single player stories. I usually am like, get me to multiplayer, get me to fucking up shit, like having
You're
fun,
missing some
being a
great
dumbass.
stories in games.
But that was one of the few moments. Give me the more story. And the thing about what makes that game fun is you can turn open mode on. The whole story has this element where another assassin will pop in and try to hunt you down and kill you.
Yeah.
If you turn open mode on, a random player, real world player, can jump in as that assassin and try to fuck you up in your game. And if you
Well, that's
die,
interesting.
you actually get sent back in the game. But also you can go do that. There's a mode you can select and just go do that in other people's games. And it creates this weird thing because like you'll be essentially and we've talked about this, but the premise of Deathloop is you're an assassin on an island living the same day over and over and over and over again. If you die, the day starts over. There's about 8 bad guys on this island. You have to kill all of them in one day.
Are there other people too, or just the bad guys?
There's other enemies, but there's nobody you're gonna meet that's like there's no like friendly characters.
Okay, gotcha.
In the story, like everybody you meet is gonna be somebody you're gonna fight and gonna kill.
Gotcha.
So like you're running around this island because you're essentially one of them who deflected and decided no. So your goal is to try to kill all of them in one day. So you're good. The premise of the game is relive this game and learn the patterns until you learn the master pattern,
where you can get everybody.
Start the day, do everything in one hit, game over.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm going to restart it because it is.
Did you ever make it all the way through?
Yeah, I beat it. You can do it different ways, though. That's the thing. Is like
that's what I love about Hitman.
I've seen walkthroughs where, because like it's an island, so you could be over here trying to take out bad guy number 3, and stand on a tower and go see bad guy number 4's entire thing, or bad guy number 5's over there, and then bad guy number 7 walks, or bad guy number 2 walks over to bad guy number 4's area, and you have to learn their patterns. There's a certain time of the day where 2 of them are in the same area. 2 of the people you have to get just happen to be hanging out.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out, can I work that in? Can I go hit them and can I? Because you can still get the.
That's what I love about. That's what I love about the Hitman game, is figuring out patterns and shuffling people around in the world, basically. Although,
but imagine
with that you have friendly people too and NPCs, and you're trying to like and get.
But imagine an entire day, and like you can move between different areas of this island. And I can't recommend Deathloop enough. And also the powers make it interesting because each one of these people you take out, Mega Man style, you kind of take an ability from them that helps you.
Yeah.
With like teleport and like cloaking devices and different kinds of things you take. So I can't recommend Deathloop enough.
I might have to look into it eventually. I might have to. The only one that's really intriguing me that's coming out, well, we'll get to the news today about Grand Theft Auto. The only one that really intrigues me is Mafia: The Old Country is coming. A kind of Mafia early days in Italy in the Old Country.
Like horseback?
No, not the Old Country. Like back in Italy.
I would love that. Like a Mafia game set in like you and Carlo are gonna ride horses.
No.
Over to South Sicilia.
No, I'm excited about Mafia: The Old Country. I was excited about Grand Theft Auto, but did you see the date? Did you see the thing I sent you today?
I'm cool. Cool. They could push it back even further. Tell the people when it's coming out.
May 26th of 2026. We got a year. We got a year and a few days.
Honestly, I'll play other things, and whenever it comes out, and like whatever.
Gotcha. I'm a little pissed.
I'm not.
It shouldn't take that long. Like Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr. put out a statement, and it's kind of true. It's not like they're reinventing the wheel, but why does it take a Grand Theft Auto game so long? I mean, the last one, 2013.
I'm not justified. I wonder, are they trying to set up, because they were like, okay, we did one for 10 years. Is their mentality make a game that will last for 10 years? Because from what they've said, this one is huge. Like the map is massive. So if that's the case, okay, here's the thing. What if this is the greatest game of all time? Does this give them, let's say it comes out and you and I and everyone else on the internet can like unanimously agree? What if all of us can look each other in the face and go, okay, it's the best game ever made?
It's not going to be to me.
Does that let's just say it is. Let's just
Nope.
no, thought exercise. Thought exercise. Thought exercise.
I'm gonna need a beer.
Let's crack a beer. Okay. What are you drinking?
What are you drinking? Yours is probably closer.
Yours. Okay. Mine is one we used to have on draft.
Oh yeah, okay.
It has a cool name.
I came from my fridge over here. It has a cool name, Esteminet Pilsner.
I don't know how else to give you hints. It's a double bock.
Oh, I might be in trouble here.
The brewery name also is in the name of this particular beer that they make, and it starts with the letter T.
Well, that's interesting. Is it something to do with terrapin?
No. Double bock, independent brewer out of Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I don't know. What do you got there?
Trogs.
Trogs.
If I told you Trogs, what beer do you think I would have?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Trogs. I don't know if I was there when that one was on.
This is Trogs Troganator.
Troganator.
This is their double bock.
I've got a Grolsch Brewing little pint glass from an old Dutch brewery.
Oh, that's a fantastic pint.
And we are
pouring. Like my beer should be in your glass.
It might need to be, yeah. And I should have your glass because what I'm having is a nice lemongrass lager. I'm having a Safari. Thank you, Cincinnati Zoo, celebrating 150 years of the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. 4.5% alcohol by volume. Okay. This is their lemongrass lager, and it's delicious.
This boy's got some body on it, some yeasty on it. Ooh, it smells like a bread bowl.
It smells like a bread bowl. I saw a video once. Oh, is that good?
That's good, dude.
Good face.
That's fire. What is that? That is a 8.2.
8.2.
Malt is chocolate malt, Munich malt, and Pilsner. They describe the color as bronze. It says to serve in a lager glass, which this is not. This is not a semi-nonic pint.
Yeah.
12 ounces. It's a year-round beer brewed with Pennsylvania grain. One taste of Troganator tells you this is no ordinary beer. At once malty and crisp, traditional yet timeless, a rebel with a sweet side. This deliciously dark double bock calls for so much grain we had to custom build our brew house around it. Layered with notes of smooth caramel, stone fruit, and fresh toasted grains. Nader, I guess they call Troganator Nader. Nader is a beer for people who love beer. Troganator.
Wow. Glad you enjoy it.
I will say.
It's one of the better faces you've made for a beer. Like
that is a delicious. That's an Oktoberfest. Like I want that in a big stein with a pretzel.
Oh, nice.
Listening to like
music. On Family Guy, they regularly bring up German music as music.
Like that's what I want. I want that, and then I'm gonna drink it, and then eat the pretzel and walk to the baseball game. Like that's what this tastes like.
That reminds me of like my pregame for the Reds back in the day used to be Hofbrauhaus.
It's still the pregame for the Reds. It's the place to go because you can eat pretzels, you can drink big steins of beer, you can eat. Okay, here's the thing.
I think you pregame at the Banks now. You have so many great food options down there.
I agree.
You have so many
tacos from Condado hit.
You can go down to down to Yard House and get ahi tuna appetizer if you want. You can go to Condado and get tacos. You can go.
Do you know what is good pre-sports food though, as far as the Cincinnati River area?
What's that?
And you're gonna go like, duh, of course. You know, it's a great thing to put in your stomach right before you go over to a sports game at downtown.
What's that?
Molly Malone's.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing.
What's your Molly orders?
Irish
Irish
spring
roll, the
rolls.
corned beef. Yeah,
Put them in my tummy.
yeah.
If I'm mobile, I'm doing like Irish spring rolls. Maybe is it Irish nachos? Do they have Irish nachos there?
No, not that
Or
I've
like
seen.
either way, like spring rolls and maybe split some the wings. The wings are
The
good.
wings are great.
Like I do spring rolls and wings, or if that's gonna be if I'm gonna be mobile. If I'm going there for a sit down meal and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, people having a sit down meal, fish and chips.
There
I
we
don't
go,
care.
the
I
fish
don't,
and
I don't
chips.
care if it's a fish and chips night
Yeah.
or special. I'm gonna get the fish and chips.
They're really good with their fried food. They have a fried chicken sandwich that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And their chicken and waffle you can't beat on brunch. If you're doing brunch with them, although they do put a fish and chips on the brunch menu in case somebody wants it, along with the traditional Irish breakfast and things like that. But
so tonight I went for a sandwich. Let me tell you about the sandwich I had tonight. I went to Bender's Pub Food.
Oh, okay.
Alexandria Brewing Company.
Yep.
We ran up there. The wife and I, we went and picked up some packs of Magic cards, went and got dinner, and then came home and then hung out and opened Magic cards before we came to do the show. But tonight, here was the sandwich they had, and then we had this. We split the sandwich. We split the sandwich and ordered tater tots.
Okay.
This you would love this. Crispy fried chicken po' boy featuring fried chicken breast.
Yep.
Pimento cheese.
Yep.
Baby arugula.
Nice.
And hot honey infused with Alexandria Brewing Company's Saturn Ascends, which is a stout beer.
It's a hot honey beer.
It's a hot honey infused with beer.
Interesting.
But have you ever had the Bender's fried chicken? The fried chicken sandwich?
I haven't. I love their hamburger, and
I don't know what he brines the chicken in.
A bit of their andouille po' boy.
I have no clue. He brines and fries his chicken to a crazy, stupid perfection.
Like I love a good
go
fried
there,
chicken.
Next time you go, get the fried chicken sandwich.
Best fried chicken I've ever had right now. The winner of the fried chicken sandwich is the Gruff. I don't know if you've had theirs before, but theirs
I've never had.
quite
they
good.
Do a prime rib pizza, is it, or like a?
I've heard about that. They have a brisket
like a prime
pizza.
Rib
they have a barbecue
horseradish.
brisket pizza, and they might have a
horseradish. That was
they might have. Oh, that sounds amazing. Because I'll tell you what, prime rib or roast beef, you got to give me horseradish with it.
I love good slices of prime rib with some fucking horseradish. Just like I will be a savage. I will hand tear some prime rib off of that slice of prime rib.
Yeah.
Just drag it. Just drag that bitch through that horseradish and just scoop it all up and eat.
It's nice when it
clears
your nostrils.
Oh, it gets you ready for the next beer, dude.
Speaking of beer, I have an article from Chowhound that I found kind of interesting that I came across this week about cliche beer myths that need to go away forever.
You said a big sentence. Cliche beer myths that need to go away.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Okay. Let me give you an example of one. We'll start with the first one. Dark beer is always heavy.
Incorrect.
Right? Exactly.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
I know a ton of ambers. I know a ton of bocks. I know a ton of
I used to work for a brewery locally.
Delicious lagers.
Some people are familiar with called Darkness that make dark beers that aren't like a dark IPA that's actually quite light.
Dark beer doesn't mean heavy. This is darker.
Exactly.
Heavy. This isn't heavy at all.
Yeah. Our second myth on the list: all lagers taste the same, which I think there's starting to be a resurgence in lagers. Cincinnati and Northern Row Brewery specifically has started a lager fest because Cincinnati is so well known for their lagering tunnels and the lagering heritage. I mean, this lager that I have right here is a lemongrass lager, and it's very different. I know our buddy Bob in the chat, he's a big lager fan. I'm sure he knows that all the lagers taste a little bit different. What do you...
Here's what I'm saying. All lagers should taste lagered.
Yeah.
It should taste like a lager.
Right. It shouldn't be like a honey raspberry.
If the statement is I get the same flavor notes out of all lagers. Okay, because there's going to be variations in those tasting notes, but all lagers don't taste the same.
In the article, it's in most people's minds, they say lager is the cheap, watery stuff that their grandfathers drank in front of the TV back in the day, or
They're
the stuff
confusing
of
lagers with
college
pilsner.
keg parties.
They're
Yeah.
confusing lagers with pilsners. Most I here's the thing, and I will say that most people confuse lagers. When most people think of lagers, they think of I have no data to back this up. I think most people think of lagers as a lighter beer in their brain than it actually is. I think people think of a lager. If you poured a Bud Light in a glass and held it up to somebody, they would probably the average
would think it's
uneducated drinker would go lager. That's a pilsner or super light.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this lager that I have right here, this looks like a pilsner to me. I mean, look how. I mean, we're talking about super,
Exactly.
super.
Exactly. So
Maybe
lager,
even a Hefeweizen.
it's not cleanly defined as like an IPA or a stout or an amber. Like lager is lager is probably the broadest category, wouldn't you say?
Probably.
Because you can make a lime lager, you can make a Mexican lager.
There's so many crazy wheats though, and things
Wheat-
like that though.
Yeah.
Wheat and ales might be the most versatile because of all the different fruits and flavors that you can add to your ale. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the most versatile, but I'm saying
Well,
like
yeah.
like lager from dude A and lager from dude S and lager
Yeah.
from dude H. That's what I mean. Is like the lager is probably the most openly interpreted.
Right. Right.
Like you say pilsner, that better be a clean,
Crisp.
crispy, easy drinking lawn beer I can be in a 99-degree weather with and live life.
I'm still not drinking beer in a 99-degree weather.
Oh, that's I want a big. I'm gonna chug like a bottle of water. I'm gonna chug water until I feel like I've got enough water in my body, and then give me a Pilsner beer, baby.
If I want to have alcohol on a 99-degree day, what would I do?
Oh well, obviously, first thing I want is like a tiki drink.
No, you know what I would get?
A lot of booze in one hit.
I remember getting hammered before a Bowling for Soup concert at the theme park that I was performing at. They were performing on the same stage. That was those nights that we would be off so the band could play. And I remember that someone made me up my first full sports water bottle of Malibu and pineapple juice. Holy shit, man. It got me through a summer day, but wow.
See, we used to make travel. It wasn't called Borgs. We didn't call them a Borg at the time, but we used to take.
What the fuck's a Borg?
Now we take like college kids nowadays make a Borg, B-O-R-G. I forget what Borg stands for, but like Borg means something. But it's like you take a gallon jug and you fill it with like grain alcohol, Kool-Aid packets, like Hawaiian.
Is it like hooch?
Yeah, and just make like Riot Punch.
Back in the day, we would do like hooch in a cooler with some fruit chopped up.
But they make their own. They make like their own. Like I've got a gallon, like a gallon jug that's just mine. Like that's what they do for a Borg. Like I go out with my Borg and drink my Borg. I might be behind in the times, but I know that was a thing for a moment.
Weren't the Borg a
Star Trek
species of people in Star Trek?
Yeah. But
okay, I got another one for you. Temperature changes make beer turn skunky. It's not actually true. It's the light changes, like through clear bottles and green bottles and whatnot. Beer doesn't give you a beer belly. Here's one that I've never really heard, but God, it does sound really. Although maybe when I was a younger person, I would think this, but you need to avoid a head on your beer.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you want that carbonation out.
You want the carbonation out. You want the aroma to like kind of aerate.
It releases aroma. It makes for a better drinking experience. You're
not
burping as much.
You want about that much head.
Yeah.
In your pint glass.
About an inch.
About that much head. Have the full experience. Now, if you don't have that, for fresh made beer might not always do that. But if you go get a pour of you go to like a restaurant and you get like a Modelo, like you should probably get it. They should probably pour the head to like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two more. One is beer as a guy's drink, which of course we know there are so
Absolutely
many beers
not.
out there, and I know a lot of women who know more about beers than I do.
No booze is anybody's drink. Drink what you like, love what
Actually,
you
I
like.
don't. I
Every
work in the
drink,
bar business.
every drink is everybody's drink.
Yeah. And the final one on the list of beer myths, and I love this one because this is one that I remember people always telling me with Guinness, or they thought so. When I was working at Molly Malone specifically, people would tell me to sit their Guinness there for a little while because they like to let it get warm because the British drink warm beer. That's not actually true. No, they don't drink warm beer. They just don't refrigerate it as chilled as we do so much.
A Guinness is a magical thing, but the culture around Guinness and like some of the attitude around Guinness can be really fucking annoying. Do you know what my favorite thing to do with it? You know what my favorite thing to do with a Guinness is?
We can just get rid of one in like a gulp, like a shot.
Magic tricks. I love it.
I call it split the G. It's just get rid of the fucking G.
Yeah, I call it the magic trick. I take an entire glass of Guinness, I tap it on the bar, and it's gone. Just clang.
Yeah.
One swig. Like I don't understand the science behind it, but like the carbonation in a Guinness is
the nitrous.
Easiest thing on the nitrous. But it's other nitrous beers don't go down as well.
Yeah,
a Guinness has that perfect balance to where it is water. It's thick.
We haven't done it yet on the show. We need to slam a Guinness on the show one night, like the old days. See if we still have it in us.
We might have to do a practice run, like off camera, off everything, because like
I'm not against a practice run.
I haven't done that. It's 8 years, 5 to 8 years since I've like done a Guinness magic trick. Like we should build that up. That should be a thing on the show. Like we'll get to a point where we get X amount of viewers and we do Guinness magic tricks. We do 3 Guinness magic tricks in a row. That's the show.
The sad part for me is I thought I don't need viewers to do it. I just miss doing it.
I mean, I just want to do it, but I think maybe we make it like a thing.
Yeah.
We get some mileage out of it.
There we go. But that's what I have for those beer myths. I found that to be an interesting article this week. I thought that was kind of fun. Can you think of anything offhand? I mean, maybe all IPAs. I think nowadays most people think all IPAs are the same, and I was one of them that for a while when I didn't like IPAs and didn't appreciate IPAs. I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of IPAs I don't like. But
I think hoppy has gotten out of control. I think.
Oh yeah, hops for the sake of hops.
Hops are an important part of the balance of flavors of beers.
Yes, based
on what flavor profile you're going for. I think it's in like the 2015 to 2020. I think hops kind of went through this like crazy like. How much can you put in a beer?
Yeah.
How hoppy can you make the beer?
Right.
And shot up there. And I think it crashed and kind of everybody's like, hops are great.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. But if your only selling point is it's the hoppiest beer you can get, okay.
You're also instantly...
It has to be tasty, though.
You're instantly getting rid of half of your audience right there. The people that just don't want the hoppiest thing possible.
My brother-in-law hates hops, but does not like hoppy beer. Like I know when they're coming over, I was like, I want to have something I can drink with him that's like not hoppy.
Yeah.
But like, there was a period where every brewery was like a hop ale, hop lager, hop this, hop stout, hop amber. It's like, no, just make a beer. Make a lot. Once again, make a lager. Make a good, clean lager. Don't make a gimmick. Don't put hops or blackberries or mint in it.
You and I ought to go down and actually enjoy, and then maybe do a show after Lagerfest, because the brewery I used to work at, Northern Row,
I'm going to challenge a brewery to let us make a beer.
Started a thing. I think we could make that happen easier than you think.
Who's going to be the beer? Who's going to be the brewery? Who's going to do it?
I got a couple in mind. I don't know what we would do.
A hop lager.
A hop lager.
A hot lager. A hoppy
I've
lager.
been a part of a few different beer making
I've done a couple.
routines.
I did a lemongrass. No. Basil lemon peel ale. It was a Doom Pedal from 50 West.
Oh yeah, the
We-
white
we-
ale.
I
Yeah,
did a spin-off variant of that. We did Hand of Doom, which was
nice.
a lemongrass orange peel variant of that.
Okay, gotcha.
But no, I think we should do a hop lager.
That'd be something we should look into. We've
Mm.
got some ideas for the future we've been
Or-
talking about, and
Or
uh
or
oh,
hear me out.
we
No
find
one's
it-
ever done
we
this.
find
I
something-
have a new what would be rad? A nitro amber. Not a
I've
nitro
had a red
stout.
off. I've had a red off of nitro that was pretty good.
I've had reds on nitro too. Reds on nitro are fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Somebody needs to do a nitro amber.
Was it Kilkenny that?
I had
What's the
nitro
cream
red
ale?
share. I had nitro red share.
What's the Irish cream ale?
I mean, Kilkenny's one of them.
That might be the one I was thinking of that came on nitrous. Back in the day, there was a beer, and I don't think you can find it anywhere. And I haven't seen it in more than 10 years of my life. It goes back to my days at Luther's Doghouse. But there was a beer called Beamish. Beamish. I used to have Beamish Stout and Murphy's Stout. Those were the only two other stouts I would drink besides Guinness. And this was in my heavy, I only drink Guinness. I'm a Irish boy days. Or at least I thought. So anyway.
Days?
I don't think like that. You want to talk about some wrestling?
There's so much wrestling to talk about right now.
Did you watch Raw this week?
I watched a dude take a dive and not get caught.
Oh. The dive was from Too High. There was a great interaction between AJ Francis talking about almost tearing his bicep, trying to help him, and Jordan Grace jumping in and saying that was too high and you all knew it. Like, basically, in other words, there was no way to take that dive safely for the people on the ground or Leon.
They built a platform on top of it. Nobody told him. Nobody in the company management said nobody jump off that. It's 2025. Wrestling companies need to start set more don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. The only people that should do big shit like that are the ones that are going to make hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to do it.
I saw shit over WrestleMania weekend for people I know weren't making $100.
That dude's a great wrestler. Leon Slater's awesome. More power to him. There's no way that the payoff and the takeaway was worth whatever would have came out of that.
Here's what bothers me the most about it. Well, okay, probably not the most, but I feel before he jumped, that spot was ruined for me. It took too long to set up the jump.
It was too tall. Yeah, because he had to get all the way up there.
Well, no. I just mean once he's in position facing them, the slow stand up, the weight, and all the guys on the ground. How long do the guys on the ground stand looking up like, I'm going to catch
Oh,
this
absolutely.
dude?
They're sitting there just taking their time.
It was irritating. I don't like it. It's stupid.
I think moments like that, there should be. I don't know how it would work. I don't know. I don't know how wrestling companies make rules, but there should be some way of anything like that. You have to talk to the management, and the management you know what I mean. And anything that involves diving off of something that's not a normal ring dive.
Yeah.
Run it by them. Let them tell you to do it or not do it. Because if you get tiny little indie fucking company, they shouldn't let you dive off a balcony.
Probably not.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
You and I went to a ton of Ring of Honor shows, and nobody ever did anything that was diving off of a balcony. And those shows are fantastic. Like, do what works and don't do shit just to be like, I gotta do it. Anyway,
Right.
wrestling rant over.
No, it's a good rant. Good rant. Did you watch
I'm
Raw
old, man.
this week?
I'm catching the clips online. I'm not.
What do you
watching
think
the
of
full
this
episodes.
new pairing of Breaker, Heyman, and Rollins?
I think ultimately, if this gets us to, here's the thing. Oh goddamn! I'm gonna shit on AEW. If they did MJF turning on Cody for the longest time, you know what I mean? How like we knew it was going to happen, and then it eventually happened.
You think this is a setup for a massive Braun Breaker face turn?
This is Braun turn. Not even. I don't even want to say face. This is Braun. Eventually, Braun's going to go from being Seth's lackey to smashing Seth for disrespecting him. Gotcha. And if that makes him a baby face or a heel, I don't know. It's going to make him whatever he fits into at that moment. But I think this is Braun's launching pad. Now, what I hope happens, here's my hope. Here's my fucking hope.
Mike's hope. This
ends with Seth Rollins being left in the dirt. Because Seth is fine. Seth Rollins doesn't need a manager.
No.
Like, I like what they're doing with Seth, because Seth turning on Punk and Roman is fun story. That's good. But also, like, Seth doesn't need a manager. So hopefully this ends with Seth, or with Braun and Paul betraying Seth. Seth goes off on his own.
Yeah.
And Braun now moves on with Paul as his manager. Hopefully, this is the end of Paul working with that generation of guys. And maybe Paul moves on to working with the Braun Breaker generation of wrestlers. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think Brock Lesnar is coming back. I think we saw the end of Brock Lesnar.
Let Paul bring up Obafemi or something. I don't know.
Let him bring up Trick Williams.
Trick Williams, I don't say it often, but I think he can talk on his own. I like managers. I feel like almost everybody should have a manager just because it's fun and it adds a layer. Trick Williams is good.
But I think Paul Heyman going, that's Trick. Like, I think him introducing Trick Williams could be like viral.
Obafemi, the ruler? Come on. We got some bad wrestling news. It's that time of year again.
People lost their jobs.
Yep. Let's talk about some releases real quick.
This is
actually news that's happening currently.
As we're talking.
I'm
gonna refresh it on Twitter.
I just refreshed and found out that a few that had released some cryptic social media posts, 3 specifically, are not released. Chelsea Green, Shotzi, and Austin Theory.
They would be insane. Pause, because I'm gonna clip this and put this on the Instagram. Stop. WWE is insane if they let Chelsea Green go. Absolutely incorrect, out of their goddamn minds.
I think they know that. She had put up she was doing her farewell address. She was just sticking with her United States champion. Goodbye for now. This is my farewell address, because her whole
Gallus
US
had been
champion
released.
thing. Gallus is the one that kind of hurts me a little bit.
Jakara Jackson.
I've got
Eddie Thorpe.
Let's start at the top of the
list. They were doing. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Braun Strowman. That's his second release now. Braun Strowman.
Honestly, like it's not as surprising to me. As
Wait, hang on. Let's look at the most shocking thing here. I'm gonna put it on the screen. That's the most shocking thing. Bob agrees with Mike.
About which part?
I think Chelsea Green probably.
Oh no, yeah, Chelsea Green. No, future. Chelsea Green is the present and the future.
Braun Strowman.
Chelsea all day.
Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler.
I feel like I'm a little surprised. I could have pictured Shayna Baszler becoming like a Natalya Neidhart.
I'll tell you what, Shayna was just at Bloodsport with Natalia Neidhart,
Like
and
you keep her around because she's actually really good, and she can make everybody. She can teach people things.
she's legit. She's got legit
Yeah,
status to her.
that's really surprising to me.
Could it be tied to the relationship with Dakota?
That's a weird. If
It's
that's
weird
what
to think.
if that's what they're doing, then that's something the new leadership needs to change.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be a thing.
Okay, good.
Because
Next name.
that means if Becky leaves, you're gonna let Seth go, or if Seth leaves, you're gonna let Becky go. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't don't start that mentality.
We lost a tag team.
Which tag team?
A women's tag team. Katana Carter and Caden Chance.
Can I be honest with you?
They were hard to believe.
It never.
They worked in NXT a little bit.
They're going to be better
before
they changed. They're going. I actually think they. I could see them TNA. No, you put the one flippy girl in AEW. Oh my god!
The American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, the Ninja Warrior girl.
She's the one that used to date Ricochet. So I don't know if you want to do that.
Ricochet doesn't do anything.
This one kind of sucks because she was just in a couple things. She was fighting on TNA for the tag titles. She was fighting on NXT and WWE, and that's Gigi Dolan, 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion. Cora Jade, that one kind of surprises me. I was never the biggest Cora Jade fan, but the way that WWE looked at her for a while,
mad because like I feel like she could have been. They're not gonna get to like if Paige will never be Paige again. You could do a new Paige with Cora.
No, you don't think she's gonna end her career in WWE and within the next year? You don't think Paige shows back up?
No, but I'm saying like you could make Cora Jade like a Paige that lasts for 20 years. Maybe. But they let her go.
Riley Osborne. That's not that big.
No clue who that is.
He was briefly
I thought Riley Osborne was a female.
He was briefly one of the students of Chase U, if that helps you kind of go in the direction of who he might be.
That shows me how important he was.
Jakara Jackson.
She's good.
She wasn't bad. Her and Lash Legend, they just did a thing. Well, what was kind of shitty was they just did a thing. I don't know if you watched. Did you watch NXT this week?
No.
I watched NXT this week, and good matches. Io Sky came back to NXT for a tag match. Io Sky and Jordan Grace against Julia and Roxanne Perez. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Metaphor, or that faction, Noam Dar, Aura Mensa, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson had a backstage scene where Noam Dar just came back and won the Heritage Cup from Lexus King, and then they all said that they need to go their own directions and work on their own things, and they did their thing together one more time, and now she's released. So that's apparently the thing that she's going to be doing. It's a shame. Yeah, and then the last one is the one that you said that kind of I hate, because I use these guys in my universe a lot. Right now in my WWE universe, I have Joe Coffey going for the #1 contender spot, and that's Gallus. I always like Gallus. It's a shame they've been released. Hopefully,
European talent is the easiest to let go. UK talent is the easiest.
It's a shame because I liked them, but anyway. So this week, I don't know what I'm going to be watching, what I'm going to be doing. I know that there's a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring I need to check out, which is something about Billy Jack Hayes, who's behind jail, who's behind bars. So I don't know. We need to find some things that you and I could play head to head again.
Yeah, next week we're gonna have to start kicking off more video games, more one-on-one.
I don't mind going back to some hockey, maybe, or maybe we even maybe next week is our venture into, we just go in as drunken pirates looking for a skirmish. I don't know if we go looking for treasure. Maybe we just go looking for trouble. But looking for trouble sometimes.
Maybe we compete. Maybe we just mess the world up.
Well, I do also realize that I think I hate to do this. I could step back. And bowl. So that's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe we bring out some bowling. Maybe we some badminton. Some I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I think
I think it's
anything
time
you're
to
looking
shot.
forward to? Yeah, let's do a shot. What are you looking forward to this week? You got anything coming up exciting? You got some new episodes. When is Righteous Gemstones new episodes for
Sunday
you?
nights.
Sunday nights.
Sunday nights. That's
So
my
the religious show comes on
I-
Sundays.
Yes, that's what my wife. That's what me and my wife do. We make sure on Sunday nights before we go to bed and start our week, we knock out Righteous Gemstones. It is the best show on TV.
Let me ask you this. Do you what was I gonna say? I just completely lost it. Holy crap. We were talking about you were talking about the show. We were talking about oh, it was gonna be about a show, and I can't think of what show. I lost it immediately. That's what happens when I start listening to you for a split second.
We do a show about drinking. And
We do a show about drinking, and I forget
Oh, no.
things. I just felt my bag.
All right, pick one for me.
I felt my bag, and I've got 4 left.
Red or black?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go with the red.
Fuck my life. The King. The college freezer special.
Fireball. A little bit of fireball for Michael. Maggle.
What you got?
Well, I got 4 bottles in here. I'm going to mix them around. Say stop.
Stop. Ooh, Deep Eddy.
A little Deep Eddy lemon. I'm not completely against this. I'm more into this than I have been into other things.
Oh,
Hello, pickle shot. Hello, creek water.
oh, got a fireball. Not happy.
Mine smells lemony.
Mine's fireball. Here's what I will say. If you're going to a Blue Jackets hockey game,
Yes.
go to our bar, right down the walkway.
Where are
It's
they
in-
at?
Okay. The Jackets play at Nationwide Arena. There's like a little
In what city?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, continue.
I want to keep going there. So okay. But if you're walking in the front door of the stadium, look to your right. There's a walkway with a bridge. Go down that walkway. There's a place called R Bar.
R Bar.
They do fireball specials before Blue Jackets games. This makes me think of the Blue Jackets.
You know what it makes me think of? I used to work at a bar
Cheers.
on Wednesday nights that did karaoke and $2 fireball shots. You know what?
I'm gonna regret this. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo!
It's like the
Art.
McDonald's of alcohol.
What'd you say?
Fireball is the McDonald's of alcohol. It really, really is. Like you think it's going to be trash,
And it is.
but I'll be quite honest. It's not great. It's not great. It's not something to be like to show off. But it gets the goddamn job done.
Do you remember Hot Damn?
Yeah, Hot Damn's not good. That's actually not bad.
Really? I thought they were about the same.
No, I would actually drink Fireball over Hot Damn. Hot Damn's a little too much like a cinnamon candy. This truly is like a shitty whiskey with like pretty good cinnamon in it. Like that's the thing that like, they actually like spent money on the cinnamon flavor, not the whiskey. The whiskey and Fireball is dog shit.
All of our budget went into the cinnamon.
But actually, the cinnamon part doesn't taste like shit. I'm Mike.
I'm Brendan and I'm lost.
This has been Two Dudes Wearing Hats. We're at that point in the show where we're talking about the drinks that we drank way too much.
Enjoy your Derby weekend. If you're betting, we hope you win. If you're drinking, we
bet
hope
on a
it's a
horse
julep.
you like.
Or just the name is funny, or whichever one poops
That's
last.
what I'm saying. Like, pick a fun name, pick something wild. I won last year because the horse had Dan in its name. And
Why'd you pick Dan?
Because I was talking to a friend named Dan while I was placing the bet, and I was like, "Oh, it's got your name. You know what? I'll bet on that horse." And it won.
And it won.
It was the one that it was the something Dan that won the Derby. Look up the 2024 Kentucky Derby winner.
It's funny you say that. I'm looking up this year's 2024-2025 horse leaderboard. Oh no, I was looking for the Kentucky Derby lineup. Oh, here we go. The horses.
Something Dan.
Odds.
Honest Dan.
No, I'm looking at this year's.
No.
Citizen Bull, Final Gambit.
Look up the
Rodriguez.
2024 Derby winner for me.
Who won the 2024 Kentucky Derby? Mystic Dan.
Mystic Dan. See, that's why I picked it, because I was talking to somebody named Dan. But make sure you pick a horse. Pick a winner. Don't pick a wiener.
Don't pick your wiener.
Don't pick your wiener.
All right. Hit the music.
Yep. I'll hit the music. We're going to close the show out. This is one where you're hitting the sauce a little bit harder. So. It's that.